I'm Jennifer Sanasi. You're watching News 24 Live. Nontsikielelo Makhubu was 18 years old during the Soweto uprising and was photographed carrying dying Hector Pieterson. The image became a symbol of resistance here in South Africa. Now, after the photo was published, it's reported that Nontsikielelo went into hiding. The last his family heard from him was in 1978 in a letter from Nigeria. Now a newspaper in Canada, the Toronto Star, learned from a source that the Canadian government was trying to identify a detainee who had entered the country in 1988 under the name Victor Vinnetou. After hearing about some of the detained man's birthmarks and memories, the Makhubu family is convinced that this is their long-lost relative. Now, you'll remember that last year the Department of Arts and Culture initiated a project to bring the man back to South Africa. Shortly after this project was initiated, there were reports that a DNA test was found inconclusive. The Mail and Guardian reported that Makhubu's younger brother Raoul said former Arts and Culture Minister Paul Mashatile asked the family to say this in order to buy more time for repatriation. Joining me on Google Hangout is Nontsikielelo Makhubu, who is Nontsikielelo's oldest sister. Nontsikielelo, thank you for joining me. Why do you think that the man being detained in Canada is your brother?
The person who found him said that whatever he said and stuff that he wrote in his diary were similar to Mbuyisa's history.
Now, what are some of the things that he talks about in his history that are similar to those of Mbuyisa's?
He spoke about the incidents of June 76 and about the surroundings at home, that there's a box somewhere behind the toilet and stuff like that. So most of the things that he said were at home at the time.
Now, how long have you been searching for him?
36 years. He disappeared in Nigeria in 1978. That makes it 36 years.
Now, I know the family received a letter from him in 1978 from Nigeria. What kinds of things did he say in that letter?
He was asking generally about the family, neighbors, and he actually mentioned that he was sick and tired of staying in Nigeria because he's always sick. He's thinking of walking to Jamaica. That's when my mother felt that he was not okay mentally. All the stuff that he said was okay, but when he got to the paragraph that he said he was going to leave Nigeria because he's sick and they're not taking care of him.
Now, does your family think that he's mentally unwell?
Look, like how he seemed at the time, and without treatment and family support, I would think that he might still be mentally unbalanced.
Now, if this man is him, do you know why he's being detained in Canada?
Well, they said he was taken for immigration laws because he didn't have the citizenship or the rightful documents to be around the country.
Now, is he saying that he's Mbuyisa, or is he still saying that he's Victor?
No. He doesn't say Mbuyisa, he says he's Victor.
Now, this must be very hard for your family to hear. Do you plan on going to Canada to maybe do a DNA test or find out if he actually is your brother? We're trying to raise funds to go and see him, taking his son with to have his DNA taken, because the one that they took from my brother, they said this was inconclusive, and there was the rumor that I don't know what happened to it in 2 weeks. It arrived in Canada in 2 weeks, so I think it was no longer okay. I'm not sure about that. How are you planning on fundraising money to go to Canada?
We've been speaking to some prominent business people who are known to help people around our township.
Now, do you plan to appeal to both the Canadian and South African government to have him sent home once the DNA test is complete?
Yes, for sure he has to come back home.
All right, well, if anyone watching this video wants to support your cause, is there any way they can donate funds? If they want to, how can they do that?
I said we're in the process of registering a Nontsikielelo Makhubu Foundation. But in the meantime, we were discussing that we could open an account if we have donations from all over South Africa or outside of South Africa.
Well, Nontsikielelo, thank you for joining us. We wish you the best of luck. Now, for everyone watching this video, we will definitely keep you up to date on the Makhubu family and their search for their lost brother.